your light is increasing, and the collective, as a result, is benefiting from it. And this light that is increasing within you is bringing about new situations, new connections, new possibilities, and new opportunities. Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I will be doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Virgo for the month of July 2024. I hope all my Virgo friends out there are doing great. I hope the month of June is going really well for you. Do let me know in the comments section how things are going. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. In the obstacle position, we've got the Six of Swords, clarified by the Sun. In the present position, change, we've got change. Knight of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we have the Three of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Wands. Very interesting spread, Virgo. Let's get into it. In the past position, we've got the Nine of Swords. So in the recent past, you were definitely you've experienced some anxiety, maybe you experienced some disturbances during your sleep due to overthinking, due to having thought rumination, where the thought process, kind of keeps going, and it keeps you from the inability, it keeps you from focusing on the positive things, because sometimes thought rumination can be quite powerful. Remember, when anxious thoughts occur in your mind, it's not just about the thought, it's also about the momentum of the thought that you need to watch out for. What is a momentum of the thought? It's like getting on a train, right? And it's just like going in that direction. It's kind of, it may feel hard to get off the train, but what you have to kind of catch yourself is, ooh, this thought rumination has started. You have to remember to kind of try and stop the train so you can get off and get on a different train that goes in a different, more positive direction, and sort of allow your mind to take you there. That can be difficult to do, so do make sure to practice your meditation. Meditating throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month, anything you can spare is going to increase your vibration, which is going to help manifest your dreams and your goals. And in this particular combination, the Nine of Swords represents worrying, and the Wheel of Fortune in the clarifying position represents the future. So it does seem like in the past you were quite worried about the future and were experiencing internal turmoil, where your strength was kind of a little bit tested, where your ego was also a little bit tested. But I think that is a normal kind of cycle that people go through. So Virgo, this is not something that would hinder your progress. You're moving in the right direction. Things are kind of expanding, and opportunities are coming in. So do try to be aware of the anxiety and the worry. Do try to meditate, because when you find the moment of stillness, it helps you kind of curb the anxiety. In the obstacle position, we have the Six of Wands, which is generally a very positive card. And also we have the Sun. And even when the Sun appears in the obstacle position, it has such positive qualities, this card, that it is not bringing anything, super negative into your life. So the month of July is actually going to be incredibly positive for you and nourishing for you, and promising and optimistic. You're going to feel better. However, there is a few things that you kind of need to be mindful of and address if you can. There was something that happened in the past that turned out to be a bit of an disappointment for you. It's not something that's going to hinder your progress, but it wasn't a very pleasant thing to swallow, if you will. Be aware, how you kind of seem on the exterior, because you don't want to do things for show. You don't want to achieve something just to kind of, oh, everybody, I achieved that because I'm so great. You want to make sure when you achieve something, when you have a victory, that you handle it very well, because victories, much like anything else, has good qualities and also shadow qualities. So sometimes we don't focus on the shadow aspects of victories, right? We only focus on the achievement, on the triumph, on the success, but there's also an underlying thing to that success, right? You get recognition, you get admiration, you get people praising you, but there's also the shadow of that praise, the shadow of that admiration, and that is important to be aware of. It's important to start thinking remember that there's duality to everything in this world, because we live in a third dimension on planet Earth, and in this universe there is a bit of duality that is going on. So this Six of Wands can represent you, and it can also represent someone that is in your group of friends or co-workers. It could be someone that is triggering you with their victory. It could be you triggering someone else with your victory. Because remember, in tarot, energy is interchangeable. And so there was something about this victory that really did not make you feel as positive as you were expecting to feel. And it's important to remember, every time you have expectations, you got to blow them up. Expectations prevent you from having childlike innocence when looking at the world. It's important to control the expectations and make sure that you are not having expectations running your life, out of control. So be aware that when you do have victory, it can come across as slightly, oh, I'm better than others, and you want to be aware of that type of energy. The sun in the clarifying position definitely tells me that you probably did not feel very happy with this achievement. So you should go back and sort of look at it a little bit more closely and examine the feelings you had in the moment, because they have clues and messages that can decipher and help you kind of clean that up, and so that when you move forward, you are fully aware of different feelings and how they impact you. We, in the present position, do have the Knight of Swords, which is a great card. The Knight of Swords is in some respects a positive card, because it brings about change. There are negative aspects to the sword suit, to the sword cards, because the swords represent words. Oftentimes when you have swords, it could be that someone is being not so warm towards you, but the Knight of Swords tells me that you will be kind of experiencing some thoughts about changing your emotions, because the Queen of Cups represents how you feel on the emotional side, and there will be some emotions in the month of July that you will find yourself defending. There will be some steps you're going to be taking to be proactive and assertive when it comes to why you feel the way you feel. You will be feeling emotionally strong. You will be feeling like you are defending your beliefs, that, this is how you feel about something. You will be doing your best to ignore naysayers. You will be doing your best to ignore negative energy that may be happening around you. And so it's important to realize that you are becoming more connected on the inside. When you become more connected internally, externally, you see your life change in small increments, which, if you add that up, it's a big drastic change. And so your emotions are going through a renewal. Your emotions are going, it's almost like your emotions are getting stronger. They're developing muscle. They are giving you more strength. You're becoming more aware. You're becoming much more clear in your communication. You're not as scared to hurt somebody's feelings or to say something wrong. You're communicating more directly and more to the point, realizing that time is precious and there's still a lot that you have to accomplish in this lifetime, that your story, has still a long way to go. And so you're becoming stronger, you're becoming much more in your frame, you're becoming much more trusting of yourself. The emotionally, you are realizing that you have rules that you will follow and that you will not compromise following your own rules, even if that triggers inadvertently or directly someone else. You're standing much stronger in your own power. You're elevating as well. So this is really absolutely wonderful news. And in the future outcome position, you have the Three of Wands, which is great because opportunities are coming in and you are expanding. You may be starting something new. You may be purchasing a home, changing careers. You are expanding because your consciousness has expanded, because you can handle more, because you can be aware of nuances and details in many different areas of your life. So, as a result, you're elevating, you are raising yourself in your vibration. And as a result, responsibility comes with that. You cannot expand without having to be responsible for other things. And at first, because it's like your initial phase of expansion, you're going to feel that responsibility weighing heavily. After a while, it's going to diminish because you're so much stronger than before. And so the Three of Wands is definitely preparing you for what is about to come. And what is about to come is progress. And as a result of that progress, you're going to feel a little bit of pressure emotionally and physically, but that is not something that you are going to have to endure, long term, because the Ten of Wands is coming to an end, meaning that initially you'll feel a lot of responsibility, like you're carrying the world on your shoulders, but ultimately you're going to adjust yourself and it's going to become so much easier that you're not even going to notice. And you'll be able to elevate to the Page of Wands, right? Which is going to bring you a lot of power, and slowly you're going to morph into the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands that will ultimately kind of level you to a master expert of how energy works. Let's see what we can clarify with a Shaman Dream Oracle card that I pulled, and we've got Moon Maiden, new beginnings. Definitely you have a lot of light. Every time you experience a thought, which you do about 90,000 times per day, every time you experience a thought, you kind of create light, right? And you send that thought into the universe, and the universe decodes it and sends back the result. So if your thoughts are positive, you send them to the universe, you get positivity back. If your thoughts are negative, you send them to the universe, you get negativity back. So it's important to remember that your light is increasing, and the collective, as a result, is benefiting from it. And this light that is increasing within you is bringing about new situations, new connections, new possibilities, and new opportunities. Don't stop shining that light, because it is your natural evolution that is happening at the moment. So, be open to new connections and new situations entering your life at the same time as you're releasing, because you can't have everything. You have to release in order to create room for the new. Once you process the new, it becomes the old, you release it. Let's also see what the Angel and Ancestor Oracle card has for us. And we've got Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. So that is that give and take, right? Giving and receiving. Work with energy the way, a trader sells goods. He's selling goods, he's getting money in return. That is an exchange of energy. So remember that energy has to flow, and that your chakras has to be open, that your heart has to be open, your mind has to be open, in order for the energy to be processed correctly and then released back into the universe or into Gaia, planet Earth. There's two types of energy. There's earth energy, and then there's also cosmic energy that flows through you. Partially, the earth energy goes back into the earth, and then the cosmic energy goes through you and goes back into the stars. The earth energy is eating meat, having sex, experiencing fear or lack thereof. Cosmic energy is your thoughts, is your connection to the spirit. So those are two types of energy, and they come together inside your body. And so it's important to know how to kind of allow the energy to move back and forth. You also exchange energy every time you're talking to a person. If you're giving that person warm and loving energy, that's the best thing that you can do. What they do with that energy is up to them. Also, surround yourself with people that give you good energy. That way, the energy exchange is kind of like balanced, But also, let's see what the Angel Oracle card has for us. And we have get more information. Definitely, you need to, Virgo, study, maybe take a course, maybe read something that interests you, an article or a book. But getting more information expands your consciousness, expands your mind, and it helps you alleviate the stress you may be feeling. So, because it satisfies that thirst for knowledge that the mind experiences. When you get more information, you feel at ease. So definitely make sure to do some learning in the month of July, because it will help you have an overall much better experience as the month progresses. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Virgo. If you did, please do share this with other people who you think may benefit from it. I would be so absolutely just grateful to you for doing that. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, make sure to hit the notification, that bell, so that you're notified every time I post a video. Again, thank you so much for visiting me today, and I will see you in the next one.